of Spain. Yeah, so there's still crowds in the air. I've missed the first rounds of runs, but it is Mango on top of the 117 flat, Bob with the 117.6, followed by Zero, Top Dog, Tippity, Shakes, Uzi. Speed Alcoholic still needs to set a lap time up, so we'll wait for him and see when he gets a lap in. Right, and there we go, we're back live again, so that's brilliant. So just over 6 minutes to go. Speed Alcoholic still needs to set a lap time, so he's currently on an outlap. He's going to cross the line now. That's only good enough for 4th. So from a championship point of view, he's got Bob in front of him. Yes, he's got Top Dog behind him. I'm not really sure where you want to be on the grid this evening, especially going into turn 1. We saw some chaos last night between the two McLaren drivers into turn 3, I think. A bit of chaos there in Division 2, but no harm, no foul. But at the moment, so from what I can see, Ray, if you could just confirm with me, we've lost Brad. And who else did we lose in Q2? Alright, thank you. So, we will have Josh, hopefully, during the race. But at this stage, yeah, it is only one Alpine fighting. It's only one... it's 2 Mercedes against 1 Alpine, although Bob is currently 2nd. So Mango will, if this stays like this, there will be no extra point for the championship contenders, which is Bob, Speed Alcoholic, and Top Dog. But this is only the first round of laps. Expect Speed to duck into the pits now. Yeah, there we go. He's on his way in. He's going to do another run. Top Dog is in the pit. Super D is on an out lap. So is Ume. Speed Alcoholic retired. Alright, no, that's fine. So Speed Alcoholic has retired in the pits. Now, I'm not sure why. He probably wants to prevent the chaos going into turn 1. So he's probably happy to do that. So Shane from Division 2. I think Shane finished 4th in the Drivers' World Championship last night. So well done, Shane, for having a good season in Division 2. He's saying good luck, boys. Yeah, I think all the luck goes towards Top Dog, Speed Alcoholic, Bob, and Pantry. From a constructor's point of view, it is the Alpine currently in 2nd, and then he's fighting a battle between the 2 McLaren drivers. Let's just get some telemetry up. Apologies for that, I forgot to get that up. Right, so Super D is almost 2 tenths up. If he can follow this through, that will move him up 1 spot, just above Top Dog. But you expect Top Dog to go back out again. You will not see Speed Alcoholic come out of the pits again. I think he's done for the session with a 117.8. So let's have a look at sector 2 times for Super D. Half a tenth up, and that's a purple sector for him. So that will take him to a 1.7. Ooh, as the rear steps out, so he would probably lost a tenth or so there. That will get him very close to Speed Alcoholic and might just display Speed from the 2nd row of the grid, to the 3rd row of the grid. Let's see how he navigates the last corner. Looks nice and planted. Going to cross the line now, and that will bring Super D up into 2nd, a 117.5. What a good lap by him. So good stuff by him. Puts that Merc in front of the Alpine. Bob is on an out lap. Hanku is going into the pits. Zero to cool. Shakes is on an out lap. Everyone else in the pits at the moment. Super D is going to head back to the pits. So we'll stick with Shakes. A 118.4 for him in 7th. Puna also joined the stream. So first race for Puna last night in Division 2 in Spain. So well done to him. It was a season of a lot of excitement. And I think Puna finished 6th in the World Championship, or 7th, I'm not mistaken. But all around, you know, a good season for him as well in the Haas. Both his teammates are racing tonight in Uzi and Umer. They're currently occupying the 4th row of the grid so far. Yeah, a big moment there for Bob. It seems like that corner is just catching out everyone, and he's backed out of this lap because I think he knows that that's not going to be an improvement. And I don't think he'll have enough ERS to do a second lap. He's not going to go into the pits, is he? No, he stays out. But I think he's going to open up DRS. He's probably going to have another go, but definitely from a engine recovery system, he's probably not going to have enough in the tank to do another lap. Mango's on an out lap. Zero to Cool is on an out lap. If you just see Shakes, he's starting his flyer now. Currently Shakes is in 7th. Super D retires in the pits, so he's done with his session. Happy with his 1:17.5. Right, Uzi on an outlap, so is Umair, so is Sims. Vitally important for Sims to get amongst the guys in there for the Mercedes constructors. Top Dog currently in 6th, so he wants to get ahead of Speed Alcoholic. Alright, so let's just have a look at Top Dog, what he can do. He's in Sector 2 at the moment. We didn't catch his Sector 1 time, but half a tenth up in Sector 2. So purple Sector 2 for him, so that's definitely going to jump everyone if he continues with this. It will take him to a 1:17.7 or 6. That might just get him onto the second row ahead of Bob. So let's see, final run for Top Dog. He wants to get ahead of Speed Alcoholic, and he does so. He goes third with a 1:17.6, so that's second row start for him. A brilliant lap by him. Bob is not going to improve. Zero pulling off the track there to make space. Right, so Bob's gone purple in Sector 1. So he's currently on the second row of the grid. Let's see if he can, you can see at the bottom of your screen, the other Alpine driver has joined. So it will be 2 Alpines against 2 Mercedes this evening for the Constructors' Championship. And let's see what Bob can do in Sector 2. Or all the time that he's gained in Sector 1, he just lost. He's almost half a tenth down in Sector 2. So let's see. A 1:69 by Mango, which is slightly irrelevant tonight in terms of the championship, but a good lap by him nevertheless. Bob's going to cross the line now, and he's going to go. And he stays 6th. So he lost a tenth there in the final sector. So he stays 6. Zero to Cool is not going to improve. Shakes is not going to improve. And that is qualifying done. So 2 championship points will go to Mango for pole position. So, yeah, that's it. So from a championship point of view, Umair popped into 3rd. I did not see that lap. Or Sims was 2nd. So well done to them. Super D with that great lap of his. He's moved down to 4th. So from a championship contender, Top Dog in 5th. Championship leader, Speed Alcoholic in 8th. And then we've got other championship contender, Bob, currently in 6th position. And from a constructor's point of view, you've got the 2 Mercs in 2nd and 4th. And then the Alpines will be in 6th and 14th on the grid, if I've got that wrong. I'm going to take a short break while we wait for the drivers to pick their strategies, select their tyres, their fuel loads on the grid, start the formation lap, and we will be back with you shortly.
so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Right, and I was driving there for a bit on my controller, which was weird. But yeah, it seems like the start went okay for everyone. Apologies for that. That's funny though. Yeah, McLaren without a front wheel. Oh wow. Okay, well, maybe he thinks he's faster with three wheels. Right, so it is Sims leading on the first lap, followed by Mango, Super D, Speed Alcoholic is in fourth, Ume in fifth, Top Dog in sixth, Bob in seventh. Josh joined late. Zero to Cool is in the pits. I'm not sure what's going on there. But yep, here we go. It is everything to play for tonight between Speed Alcoholic, Bob, Top Dog, and Pantry Star, who is currently in 11th. Everyone starting on the mediums except for Uzi, who starts on the hard. Brad makes a pass to move himself up into 11th. Yep, so Uzi, the only guy on hard at the moment. So we'll see how far he can get into the race. A nice gap being built up here by Sims. He's dropping Mango slightly. Fastest lap at 1:28.2 by him, followed by Super D, Speed Alcoholic. So our eyes is going to be focused majority of tonight on Top Dog and on Speed Alcoholic. So Speed Alcoholic, as it stands now, will win the Drivers' Championship because he is ahead of Bob and ahead of Pantry Star as well as Top Dog. So no need for him to get feisty. I don't think anyone will be want to get famous for taking out a Driver World Championship contender. So Super D under a bit of pressure here from Speed Alcoholic. And you get the feeling, and Ray has just whispered in my ear, he took out Bob in one of the races in Mexico. And well, there's a big moment there for one of the Haas, and that is Ume losing the car. And good recovery. I don't think there's damage on that Haas, but he's all the way up into 9th. And Pantry gets passed up into 9th. but a big moment there for the Haas driver. So yeah, difficult for Speed. He's got Top Dog behind him now, and Top Dog's got Bob behind him. So if Speed really needs to get past Super D just to get a car between himself and Top Dog, you do not want to be in DRS range of your championship contender. Although if there is an incident between the two and they do crash, it will be Speed Alcoholic that will be crowned world champion. That is if Bob does not win. Alright, so Shakes, yeah. Ume's whispering in my ear, yes. There's a McLaren without... he's actually driving with a tyre underneath him. Well done, Codemasters. That's a first. My word. Well, he's going to be overtaken by Brad very soon because 4 wheels versus 3 wheels, it's not going to work. Right, but let's get back to the action. So Speed, yeah, he's 2 seconds now ahead of Top Dog. And from a Mercedes point of view, this looks handy. Simpson second, Super D in third. The 2 Alpines currently is in 6th and in... Okay, so Josh could not pick a car, so that will be an Alpine. So although he's in a Ferrari, so he will be 7th. But Top Dog, yeah, slightly losing. And the last thing Top Dog wants at this stage, lap 3 of 33, is for Bob to get past him. Maybe that's not a bad option for him eventually, just to save some energy. To let the Alpine go past, sit in his DRS for a bit, and try to see what he do. Speed, Sims has had a moment. I'm not sure. Sims is having a go at everyone here. He's gone around. Oh, and these 2 Mercedes cars are playing this very dangerously. I tell you what, they will be very infamous if anything happens here. But it looks like Sims had a moment. Okay, safety car, and I'm not sure for who is that. I'm trying to have a look. Yeah, so a McLaren into the pits. He's put on new tyres and a wing, so I'm not sure if that was for him. But yeah, they changed the tyres and there's still only 1 tyre. Well, there's still 1 tyre missing. Alright, so 7 places gained there for Josh. So he is the winner in pace in taking into consideration positions gained on lap 4. So he's gained 7, and then Speed Alcoholic has gained 3, Appa, if I'm not mistaken. 4 positions. So Speed Alcoholic up into 4th. So the safety car is deployed. I don't see anyone jumping into the pits for hard, so no one's going to take that chance. Traction control off in Premier Division, so I don't think you'll get 30 laps on hards spinning up the rear wheel. So Umev jumps into the pits. Is he going to go for hards? Is he going to... Yes, he's going to do this, and we'll see how that works out for him. So he's gone into the pits for brand new. Bob's got into the pits for brand new hards. So they might just try to go to the end. Uzi is into the pits. He's had a new nose fitted. So he's going to have to get on the medium. Started on the hard, so he's going to start on the medium. So he's going to... Yeah, he's going to have to start... he's going to have to pit again. He will not get through with medium, so he's going to have to stop again. Probably do a short stint and then get back onto the hards, or maybe extend that and get onto the softs at the end. We'll see what his plan is. So yeah, while the safety car's out, I am just going to grab something to drink, and we will wait for the pack to close up. At the moment they're waiting for the 2 Haas drivers, Uzi and Ume, which pitted for the hards. They're also waiting for Brad in 10th. So they're waiting just for the guys to catch up. Shakes in 12th, yes. Right, safety car in this lap. So everyone, all that 2-second gap that Speed Alcoholic over Top Dog, that's negated now. Mango is going to navigate the restart for us. I am just going to get on board here with Sims and see how the restart goes. So lap 6, first safety car, everyone trying to heat up those mediums. When is Mango going to drop it? Seems like he's dropped it now. There we go, we're off and running. Everything looks good. Speed lost a bit of time there. And here we go, the weaving on the straights continue. Right, so the two Mercedes guys also getting feisty with each other. Not sure if they're in a chat party with each other, but they really don't want to trip over each other. Sims goes past Super D. And all this battling in front just brought Speed Alcoholic closer. That gap between Speed and Top Dog is already a second. Josh is in a Ferrari, but it will be the Alpine at the end of the race. So he's currently in 6th, followed by his teammate in 7th. And if it stands like this, Shakes has lost a car, and I'm not sure where he's lost it. It looks like turn 3. Yeah, end of turn 3. Is this going to be another safety car? No, they've cleared that up very quickly. Thank goodness for that. So it is green all around. Caution yellows away. Right, and very close here in the front. Mango leading from Sims, from Super D, from Speed Alcoholic, Top Dog, Josh and Bob. Pantry Star keeping a touch with the guys. Right, Mango dropping Sims slightly at the moment. Speed Alcoholic maneuvering up the pass on Super D. Is he going to go on the inside? Risky move might be just leave it for now. There we go, just stays behind Super D. Don't want to risk it right now. And Speed Alcoholic going on the inside of the Mercedes of Sims. I'm not sure what the Mercedes guys are up to here, but this looks very frustrating for Speed Alcoholic. And yeah, this just does not look good. So Speed can get, yeah, Speed's going to make this work. So this whole charade that the Mercedes, oh no, 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 it is Super D who knocked Speed Alcoholic. I'm not sure what the Mercedes guys were doing. Super D spins out. I'm not going to call that one, but that just looks ridiculous to me, but I'm not going to call it as a commentator. Speed Alcoholic now all the way down in 8th, Bob in 5th, Top Dog in 3rd. Yeah, I'm not going to call this. Right, Speed Alcoholic fuming in the helmet. He's going to catch him there somewhere very quickly. He's up into 7th. Next up for him will be Spantry. Bob, he needs to get to... It's still a very long race. It's only in lap 9 of 33, so you mustn't lose focus now. Don't let the energy rush to your head. There's plenty of time, if you got the pace, to get the guys in front. He can see Bob, he can see Josh in front of him. In fact, he can actually see Top Dog as well, so he just needs to keep it cool right now. Mango now dropping the field slightly, 3.8 seconds ahead of Sims, who's in front of Top Dog. Top Dog being chased by Josh and Bob. That's the closest battle on track at the moment. Further down the field, you've got Uzi, who's in 10th. Brad in the Red Bull, currently in 9th. Right, lap 9 of 33. Expect the guys on the mediums to run about pits lap 15, depending on how much they save their tires under the safety car, which was about 3 laps. The guys who does not have to pit again is Bob. He did his mandatory pit stop, so he's effectively a pit stop ahead of everyone around him, so he does not need to pit again. But Speed Alcoholic chasing after Pantry Star now. Yeah, and he's 1.1 seconds, almost within DRS of Pantry, but definitely tapping into his energy reserve. Josh looking handy at the moment in the Ferrari, although that will be the Alpine. He could not get a choice of picking a car when he got onto the grid, so unfortunate for him to be in a Ferrari, but hopefully that doesn't phase him too much. Top Dog still in third. He is within a second of Sims, and as I say that, he just jumps out within a second, and Josh all over the back of Top Dog. Is he going to have a lunge on the inside? He's looking at it. Top Dog, no, the Ferrari speed. He's probably going to let him go. Doesn't want to get involved in that, but he might just be eaten up by Pantry as well. Pantry on the outside, and let's get a better view of that. So, oh, good fair racing by these two. No contact, mate. Gave each other space, and that brought Pantry very close. So Bob, Top Dog, Pantry, very close battle here. But let's get back onto Bob. Goes on the inside of Top Dog on the straight. That's going to be a move. Yes, it is. Bob's up into fourth. Top Dog now in fifth. Pantry all over the back now, and that just brought Speed Alcoholic now also close. So, yeah, this is heat of the moment stuff. You do not want to get this wrong, and it looks like he's so much traction from Speed out of that corner. He's going to make that move, and move stuck. So he's behind his championship rival, Top Dog at the moment. Doesn't matter where Bob is. Bob needs to win. So it is all about the three guys here, 4th, 5th and 6th, and see what they can do. From a constructor's point of view, you've got Mercedes in 2nd, Mercedes in 11th, and then you'll have the Alpine in 5th and 3rd. So I'll do the math a little bit later to try and understand where that is. Yep. Division 2 driver will champion Panda on the stream. They're saying that the Merc guys. Yeah, I think what the Merc guys did there at a stage was a bit naughty. But I'm not going to call it. It just looked a bit horrible for me. But yeah, Merc guys currently, like I said earlier, 2nd and 11th. That's probably not going to help them much in terms of the constructors. And Josh made the move on Sims. So Josh up into 2nd. There we go. What a good move there by Josh. He will be awarded points for the Alpine after the race, so he will not. That points will not go towards Ferrari. So Alpine at the moment 2nd and 4th, so looking very handy for Alpine at the moment. Oh, very close between. I'm going to stick with this battle for now. Top Dog versus Speed Alcoholic. Alright, so DRS train forming here. Bob, Top Dog, Speed Alcoholic, Pantry. So this is really on your edge of your seat kind of scenario. And you get the sense that if Speed can get past Top Dog, he's going to get away very quickly. He looks very fast. But Spain, not a track known for lots of overtakes. There is a DRS train at the moment, so the best that Speed can do is just sit in this DRS train, don't do anything silly, you know, get your energy recovery up, and then have a go at another 3 or 4 laps. They're not dropping him by any stretch of the imagination, and in fact Top Dog is catching Bob very quickly in front. So further up, Sims still sticking with Josh, although Josh did get past, but he's still sticking with him. Further down the field, Uzi is behind Super D within DRS. He's currently in 10th. So the two Haas boys currently 8th and 10th. And the yellow sector, I think that was for Brad. Yeah, so Brad just had a big moment there. Yeah, so lap 13, of which 3 with safety cars, so 10 laps into the race and almost 9 seconds the lead between Mango and Josh. Right, nice overhead shot here. So is Speed, is he going to be able to challenge now? He's going to have DRS. And is this going to be the move? Top Dog, no DRS. Speed Alcoholic is going to get past. Yes, he does. And that's him into turn 1. Great move there by Speed. He really wants this championship. He's up into 6th position. Next up for him would be Bob. Yeah, we'll see Bob still. Remember, Bob does not have to pit again because he did his mandatory pit stop. Unless there's another safety car. He can jump on any really tire that he wants to. The guys on the mediums, they all still need to pit. So, yeah, Speed Alcoholic hunting down Bob at the moment. And we'll monitor that gap between Top Dog and Banshee. Although Banshee is now all over the gearbox of Top Dog here. So, at this stage of the race, it seems like Top Dog is slightly battling with rhythm in this part of the race. Let's just have a look at the comments here. Scott Marshall saying Speed for the win. Not sure if he's going to get the win tonight, but it's all about the World Championship really tonight. It's not so much about getting on the podium. Right, Martin saying looking forward to season 8. He's asking for a car auction. I have an answer for you, but I'm not ready to share that yet. So we'll just get the driver listings out for Division 2 tomorrow, Premier Division on Saturday morning, and then it's pick your teammates. And here we go, Umair with a pass on Banshee. So Umair finding some great pace at the moment. He is on 10 lap old hard, so he's also done his mandatory pit stop, so he does not have to pit again. So yeah, a pit stop also ahead of everyone. So he is within range of Top Dog at the moment. So the hard's looking very handy at this stage. Right, so yeah, so as Ray called it earlier in my ear, Mango has pitted from the lead and he is on the hards. And hypothetically, it will be Bob leading with Mango in second. If I look at who pitted, yeah, so Bob has done his mandatory pit stop. Right, so this weekend in FTR, oh, big moment there by Umair as he loses the car. And as I said, the Heart is coming onto its own. It's just a bit too eager on the throttle there. Lost the position to Banshee. He is still ahead of Mango. But remember, Umair has to pit again. Yeah, so this weekend for FTR, give us a bit of time. We're not going to breathe now. As everyone ducks into the pit. Josh into the pit, Sims into the pits, Banshee, Speed Alcoholic, and Top Dog. Everyone into the pits. Right, so a whole host of cars jumping in. Let's see who gains what. It's basically as you were, Josh in front of Sims, in front of Speed, in front of Top Dog, in front of Super D. So everyone has gone now for their mandatory pit stops. And the only guy that still needs to pit is Uzi, that's currently in 5th, and Banshee, that's currently in 2nd. Nice helicopter shot here. They really need to add more of those. So there we go. First round of pit stops, and 90% of the drivers has done that. We've lost Shakes. We've lost Zero to Cool. The safety car on lap 3. But it is Bob that's leading from Banshee, from Umair, from Mango, Uzi, Josh, Sim, Speed Alcoholic, and Top Dog. The gap between Speed Alcoholic and Top Dog currently is about 3 seconds. So Speed doing a stellar job here, warming up those hearts, and he's chasing after Sims in front of him and Josh. Alright, so there is 17, there's just 16 laps remaining, and let's just look at this gap at the moment. So the gap between Speed Alcoholic and Bob is 21 seconds, and you would expect his tires to go very off at the end of the race if there's no safety car. But like I said earlier, if Bob does win, which he is currently in the lead for, he will win the Drivers' World Championship and steal it away from, and there is a yellow, and that is for Brad again, having a moment in Sector 3, but it's only caution yellows. It's no retirement, is it? No. He's not going to get into the pits from there. Yes, he is. So that's just caution yellows. But if Bob wins, and it stays like this, Bob will win the World Championship. So we'll keep on monitoring this gap between Mango, really. Yeah, Mango flying at the moment. He is just 9 seconds behind Bob. So he's catching him very quickly. Expect Pantry to pop into the pits sooner than later. He spent 17 laps on those mediums. So let's see when does he decide to pull the trigger. Yep, Brad's gone into the pits and called it a night. Right, Sims has made the move on Josh, so Sims is up into 6th position. Speed Alcoholic all over the back of Josh now as well. Alright, and I'm not sure if that was a moment from Sims, but Speed Alcoholic has come through, and he's up into 7th position now. Next up for him will be Josh in 6th. And the gap has come down by almost a second between Speed Alcoholic and Bob. But yep, still plenty to go. Top 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I'm not sure if he had damage. Let's just have a look here. Yep, hard tires, no damage. Top Dog into the pits. Right, DRS here. He's probably going to get past the Ferrari of Josh. There we go, Speed Alcoholic. He's going to make that move stick, or there is chaos behind him. But he navigated, I tell you what, this man is navigating all the chaos that unfolds in front of him tonight. So he's up into 5th position. And chasing after Uzi at the moment. Sims car's jumping around a lot at the moment. Very erratic, so some internet issues there for him. But yeah, speed up into 4th. The gap now, it was 21.8, it is now 19.8, so 2 seconds in 2 laps. So he's catching him at the rate that he should be. I'm not sure how long those hards will last, and expect Mango to ease up very quickly on these guys. Remember that Ume does not have to pit, Bob does not have to pit, so they are in a net 1st and 2nd position. Alright, so I am just writing a bit of stats here down, so we don't have to go back to watch the stats all the time, so I can give you live updates on who's who and who's where in terms of the championship. Alright, so Speed getting ever so close to Uzi now. That will be up next for him. Remember, Uzi still needs to pit. I'm not sure when Uzi is going to make that move. A slight bit of a tank slapper there for Simpson. That just dropped him slightly down. big move there. That is big by Speed Alcoholic. I tell you what, he's got big in corners there. Like Ray whispers in my ear. That brings him up into 4th position. Alright, so I'm just, I've done the math here slightly. Is that going to bring out a safety car? Yes, it is. So what do the guys do now? 21 of 33. That's going to take away the gap that Bob had completely. All the hard work done. But that is League Racing committing to a one-stopper early in a race with no safety cars around you. Yep, he's on 16 lap old and he pits. He goes into the pits. 3 laps under the safety car. That's probably softs for Bob. Yep, there we go. Softs for him. Mango stays out. Ume ducks into the pits. Speed is going to stay out on those hards. So he's not pitting. He's not committing to that. Alright, so we'll have a look at when the guys actually come out of the pits and see where everyone is. Mango retakes the lead on a 7-lap-old hard. Bob is in 2nd on brand new softs. Well, I'm going to say brand new, but it's probably used softs for him. Speed Alcoholic 6-lap-old hard. Ume behind him 4-lap-old mediums. And then Pantry, then Uzi, Josh, Super D. So 1 Mercedes out. Currently the Alpine drivers are 25 points ahead of Mercedes. And if it stays like this with Bob in 2nd, and Josh in 7th, that will be Alpine Constructors Championship this evening. From a driver point of view, the gap between Speed Alcoholic and Bob is 19 points. So, yep, even if it finishes like this, Speed Alcoholic will still win. So Bob needs to win or outscore Speed Alcoholic by 19 points tonight to win the championship. Pantry Star is still in there, but he needs to win tonight, so that doesn't look like it's going to materialize just yet. And then Top Dog in 9th, he's got a time penalty as well. He needs to finish ahead of Speed Alcoholic. While we wait for the safety car and for the drivers to line up behind, I am just going to take a short break. Should be the last lap of the safety car, as we are just waiting, I think, for Josh, yeah, to catch up. Alright, so let's have a look and see what everyone is up to. So, yeah, we're going to get racing very soon. We'll probably get a notification that the safety car will be in this lap, because everyone has caught up. So this will be, then the safety car will be in. We'll start resuming racing on lap 30 or 24. Apologies for that. We've lost Sims, Brad, Shakes, and Zero to Cool. Safety car in this lap from Race Control. There we go. It is Mango that's leading on 8-lap-old hards, Bob on 1-lap-old softs, Speed Alcoholic on 7-lap-old hards, Ume on the mediums, Banshee committing to the hards, and then Uzi, Super D, and Josh all on brand new soft tyres. And then Top Dog currently in 9th on the hards with a time penalty as well. Ray, if you could just check for me what the penalties are like for Uzi and for Top Dog. Alright, thank you for that. Alright, so we're going to resume racing, I think. Yeah, there we go. So it all looks good. Alright, Speed Alcoholic just behind Bob at the moment. Bob on the soft tyres, so we'll see how that works for him. Ume on the brand new mediums. He's just going to have a look at it, but he's not going to commit to it. He does not need to pass Bob. He does not need to get into a situation where this goes wrong for him. He just needs to hold station. I think what he might think to himself is that he's got a lot of pace at the moment and doesn't want to get caught up by Ume, Super D and Pantry behind him. But yeah, this is very tricky conditions for a driver that's leading the championship. Does not need to pass the driver in front of him. And the driver in front of him has really got nothing to lose. So, yeah, that is very difficult. Ooh, I'm not sure if Mango had a tank slapper, but he just lost it slightly. Yeah, Bob's gone through, and as I look at it, Super D was on the inside of Speed Alcoholic, loses the car, and he's going to get going again. But this is not the first time that those two drivers has met a year, so I'm not sure what the stewards will think of that, but we're going to leave it for there. Remember that whatever we see tonight, there will be a stewards inquiry afterwards, most probably, and the drivers' championship will only be determined like that. So for now, it will be live, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he retired on track, I think. So it's Bob currently in first, Mango in second, Speed Alcoholic in third. A big moment there for Mango. Not sure what happened with Mango there on those hearts, but Ume's doing a stellar job in keeping tabs with these guys. His mediums are obviously much younger than the hearts around him. Josh is currently in fifth, so that looks really good. So I think it is safe to say from my side that it will be an Alpine Constructors win for Season 7 with both Mercedes DNF. Yeah, Top Dog's been ghosting for a while, so I don't think he's in the session. He probably lost connection. So unfortunately he is out. Mango fastest lap for him. Josh getting ever so close to Ume in front of him, and you get the feeling that if he wants to make most out of those softs, he's going to have to do it very soon. He's going to run out of tyre life at the end of the race on those softs, so it's important for him to get past Ume, trying to snatch that fourth place away from him. Uzi, good drive by the Haas drivers, 4th and 7th at the moment. I'm pretty sure load shedding got to Top Dog, which is very unfortunate. Move on the inside. Josh is having a look at it, trying to put pressure on the driver in front to run wide. Good awareness there from Ume. Closes the door nicely. And these two guys are all over each other at the moment. Yeah, Speed and Mango basically on the same tires, battling for second position. Yeah, Bob obviously in first. So fastest lap at the moment will belong to Manga, so that will be 1 point extra for Manga, and there is only 5 laps remaining. Alright, so yeah, Mango's going to make a move on the inside. Bob's let him go through. And now Speed Alcoholic, you just get a feeling that those softs might be away from his prime now. So the hard really looks like the best race tyre at the moment. And yeah, I'm pretty sure those softs are slightly going off for Bob. Looking very close between these two drivers. That was very close between Speed and Bob. Josh keeping tabs on him, 2.7 seconds. He's under pressure from Ume on those medium tires, and then Banshee on those hards, looking very handy. It just, the more I look at it, the more I realize that the hards is just the better race tire at the moment. As we look at the back here of the Alpine of Bob, they will be Constructors winners for Season 7. Bob, Josh, Solsmeister and Jock Slater, if I'm not mistaken, is the drivers for Alpine. And the Mercedes team unfortunately losing out tonight. So let's have a look at the back here from the Alpine. I don't think Speed's going to push this too much. He does not need to end or to finish ahead of him. Just needs to keep it calm and straight. But Mango really battling at the moment in first position. There is 4 laps to go here in Spain. We've had retirements from Super D, Sims, Brad, Shakes and Zero to Cool, who got kicked out of the lobby and did not even put a lap up, so very unfortunate for him. Same thing happened to me last night on the grid. Got kicked out of the lobby because there was not enough players. Yeah, I could luckily rejoin 20 seconds from the lead and in 13th. Unfortunately for Zero, there was no such thing for him tonight. Yeah, Speed getting DRS now. He's going to go wide on the outside. And let's see if he's going to make the stick. Bob's got the inside line. Bob gives him space. That looks all very good and fair. Well done to Bob. Well done to Speed. Great racing by both these drivers. Yeah, that's what racing should be like. This is Premier Division for you, gentlemen. And ladies, this is how close the guys are. This is how fast they are. And there we go. Speed Alcoholic. He's going to be in DRS now of Bob. So Bob's going to try to get close to him. There is, 3 laps to go. So it's not all over yet. But at this stage, if nothing changes, it will be a Speed Alcoholic Driver World Champion, barring any other or any queries towards the steward's office later on. Right, Pantry Star very, very close to Ume. You get the feeling that Ume's tires might be at that stage now where the hards is probably in better shape than the mediums. So Pantry is in DRS of Ume, but has been using a lot of his engine recovery. Uzi in 7th at the moment. Alright, so speed is gaining on Mango. I'm not sure if he really wants to go for the win. This is good enough. There's bigger stuff than a race win tonight for him waiting. Bob's still keeping tabs on those softs, but you get the feeling those softs are out of the window now. And things still stay as they are. Umair in 5th, Pantry in 6th. No one really with penalties except for Uzi, but that's not going to make a difference to his race, as Top Dog is not in a race anymore. So Uzi will stay in 7th no matter what his penalties is like. But yeah, it is much closer to the front as what we thought. And this is probably the first time in the race that things have sort of like spread out for us. Alright, so 2 laps to go. It is Mango. 2 seconds. That gap is stabilized now, so you get the feeling that speed is now in that zone. Just want to keep it on track. Couple of miles to go for him. Bob did everything he could tonight. The safety car unfortunately got the better of him. Pitting so early on those hards, committing to a one-stopper. Mango sets the fastest lap. Yeah, just got caught out by the safety car purely being on a very committed first one-stopper. Yeah, so as Ray said, Rayhan is saying speed for the champ. Yeah, I've learned that you don't call things before it's the end. There is still a stewards report if there is any incidents to be reported after the race that the stewards will look at, and that can influence obviously the race. Unlike real F1, we don't make these decisions during a race because of resources and just the way that the game is set up. So pending protest and stewards report, things might change slightly, but on track it looks very likely for Speed Alcoholic to be the Drivers' World Championship tonight, to win it for Premier Division. Mango stabilizing that gap. Bob now 3 seconds behind. Josh, the Alpine drivers, so Alpine, yeah, they will definitely get Alpine will definitely get the constructors tonight. Josh being in a Ferrari, but obviously will be in an Alpine at the end of the race due to the fact that he couldn't choose a car. Both Mercedes drivers out, unfortunately. Yeah, last lap for Season 7 when we took a well-deserved break next week. And then we will be back for Season 8 on the 3rd of October. So, yeah, you can relax next week. You can join us on the 3rd of October. Put your notifications on YouTube so you don't miss anything. Webo will be back next season in FTR as in commentary. We have most probably going to have another surprise for commentary for FTR for one of the other divisions. That's also breaking news for us very soon. We're just tying up some loose ends there. But this is the final part. After 11 races in Season 7, finishing off here in Spain, Circuit de Catalunya, it will be Speed Alcoholic. He's got a couple of corners to negate to give him the Drivers' World Championship tonight for Premier Division, and join Sergeant Panda as a Division 2 Driver World Champion for Season 7. And I'm just going to get on board with him. This is huge. This is big for this young man. He could have had it a couple of seasons ago. Didn't manage to get it. But I tell you what, well deserved. And definitely my driver of the day. Great stuff by him. And a big shout out to the Alpine drivers, Josh and Bob. They win it for the Premier Division together with their teammates. I think it's Salzmeister and Jacket, Jock Slater in Division 2. Alpine Constructors World Champion. And remember, Constructors is combined between Premier Division and Division 2. What a race. 3rd for Bob there. Great result for the Alpine drivers. Unfortunate for Mercedes not finishing tonight. Driver of the day is Josh, according to Codemasters. I'm just going to call it a speed alcoholic. Had a couple of moments, had to fight his way through the field, showed the pace, and a big moment for him. The Ferrari outfits still look like minions to me, but nevertheless, there we go. It is Mango that wins tonight, but all the honor and the glory goes towards Speed Alcoholic, who wins Driver Championship for Premier Division tonight in the Alfa Romeo. Bob in third position, Josh in fourth, and they secure the Constructors for Alpine. Ume in fifth, Pantry in sixth, Uzi in seventh. Ray, a big thank you from me for whispering in my ear where to look on track and for hosting the lobby tonight. Thank you so much for that. And a big thank you to everyone watching. It's a week off for us next week as we take a bit of a break and we head into Season 8 starting in the 3rd of October. It was magical to have all of you during the season supporting your drivers. And a big thank you from me and the whole of the FTR management team for supporting the league and tuning in every week to watch the racing. A big congrats once again to Speed Alcoholic and the Alpine drivers for winning their respective championships. And then just a big shout out to Ray, which you can't hear. He's in the background starting his generator for us here at the league, so much appreciated to him. And I do not think we're going to do interviews because of load shedding. My power is going to come back on again now. So, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And we will catch you guys within 2 weeks' time. Ciao, ciao.